There is a new phenomena that the young people, the Gen Z, is speaking about or is practicing, which is called office frogging. You heard it right. Gone are the days when slog in one office, loyalty pays, the long-term game, all that is out of the window for this impatient generation. It's office frogging, which is the new mantra. Gen Z's new career mantra. They don't want to climb the corporate ladder slowly. They want to, jump from leaps and bounds. Office frogging is the new trend that people are speaking about. This is something about job jumping over the title climbing. The Gen Z, in fact, have disrupted the way the offices, think about talent and the attrition rate at such places. What is office frogging? Why is it being spoken about? Let me very quickly give you a sense as far as this whole trend is concerned, where young people, especially below the age of 27, want better pay and want the flex of the title, and for that they can jump job one after another. It doesn't matter how much time do they spend in one company. So what is office frogging? Because we have been talking about frogging, so just to give you a sense, like a frog leaps and jumps, it comes from there. This is a new trend of the Gen Z. Let's very quickly tell our viewers the Gen Z's hop on, hop off career style trend. This trend is frequent among those who are under the age of 27 years. Reason could be stagnation, or they feel that there are no new learning opportunities at the current place that they are. There is also then desire for better pay, quickly get the raise as far as their money is concerned, and also leadership, less stress. All that combines into this trend. Too much of there are some problems as well. Too much hopping could in fact hurt long-term prospects in their resume and emerging preferences for skill building roles. In one organization there is an investment that goes into an asset, and if you are jumping from one place to another too frequently, it may not work for the organization in the long run as well. So what are the do's and don'ts of this office frogging mantra of the Gen Zs? The office frogging is frame job hopping as a strength. They believe, the Gen Z believes, that you learn new skills if you move to a new, in fact, role and a new place. It offers you growth. It also offers you much better pay. But what you should not do, this is how you sell it, that we are jumping. I've learned few skills at my old organization. I'll implement them here, pick up some new skills here as well. But something that you should not do, you should not badmouth your old organization. Old employers should not be badmouthed when you are trying for a new job. Don't hop without purpose. There has to be a clear sense of why you want to skip from one organization to another. Aim for roles that genuinely enhance your career, because in the long term, it will be about the skills that you have picked up. It will be about how important you can, as an asset, as a resource, fit into various roles. Let me very quickly go across at this moment to Urvashi Verma, Head of Talent Acquisition at APAC. Thank you so much, Urvashi, for joining us. I was reading about this, and it felt that when at least I started, there was so much emphasis on learning the ropes, climbing the ladder, stay at one place, loyalty pays. For the Gen Z, the 27 and under, that lesson somewhere seems to have been lost.
Yeah, that is totally true. That has been totally gone because Gen Zs are skipping the legacy path. They don't believe in in being in one organization for longer tenure, be loyal to the company, but they believe that they are getting paid for their skills. They are very practical with the information, with the skills they are bringing in. They are choosing all the new trends and skipping all the traditional systems, like choosing wallets over banks, freelancing over fixed pays, and new media over old institutions. So their mindset is totally different. They are like born digital. They are not adopting any new technologies, but they are starting with new technologies like AI, cloud, crypto. These are the terms they are starting their career with. So there is definitely a big mindset change in what Gen Zs are definitely thinking now, instead of what is the legacy way of earning and making your
Right.
living.
Urvashi, can I understand from you of
Yeah.
somebody possibly in a 22, 23 right now starting, when is it too much of frogging? When is it that, when you see a resume and somebody in the last 5 years has jumped 5 jobs, is it a red flag or is it taken as possibly the skills that they have acquired or they are so important that companies are ready to hire them in a heartbeat? How do you see that? See this as somebody who's getting multiple resumes every day?
Yeah, so this has been a red flag initially, earlier, when we used to look at anybody hopping jobs every year. That doesn't never seems to be a very good sign of being a good employee in an organization. That was a big red flag. But now, as trends are changing, organizations are also changing their mindset. Now, definitely, recruiters are looking forward the reasons why that person has changed their job. What are the, what make them look for different opportunity? Did they gain any new skills? Was there a relocation involved? Was there a hybrid or remote working criteria involved? So now there are multiple reasons, and we have to figure out each individual and analyze them accordingly. There is no fixed rule nowadays for that purpose.
Okay. Can I also ask you then, it's well that, you jump from one place to other. It increases, of course, your value in the market, the money goes up. But there would be places where you are expected to spend some time, learn the tricks of the trade, and then go up. How do you differentiate that? I mean, in the long run, as a talent, because companies also want to nurture talent. They want to prepare people for roles that they can take up later in the leadership. If you keep jumping from one company to another, does that take you out of that equation?
So that is definitely a big challenge for organization, because as much as you are preparing them for future as your future employee, you have to focus a lot on their engagement and their learning. They have to get some value addition in the organization on a day-to-day basis. Earlier, what used to happen that you spend 2 3 years in an organization, make your value in the organization, and then you get into a real big project kind of a thing. But nowadays learning is very fast. They Nobody is spending 6 months or 8 months of time to learn a new technology, or a new thing coming in the market. There are short videos, short reels, which making people learn new things very quickly. So learning is very fast, and the return of that learning is also visible at day to day work. So engaging those employees is equally important. We should make sure that they have purpose, because Gen Zs are definitely looking forward for a purpose over paycheck. They seek employers whose values are aligned with their own values, like
Right.
DEI, sustainability, social impact, how they are
Okay.
making change in the society, not only into their day to day work.
Urvashi, thank you so much for speaking to us on this new trend. I wish we knew all this when I started some 15, 16 years ago
Yeah,
in the
agree.
business. But the fact, one thing remains clear, whether this is working, whether this is not working, the fact is that the Gen Z, this generation, is completely disrupting. It's changing the way companies used to function, hirings used to happen, or at least the companies used to think about talent. So whether it works in the long term or not, kudos to you for following your heart and doing exactly what you wanted to do.